In this video, we're gonna stop blaming our metabolism. I'm gonna explain to you why, and I'm gonna explain to you how to fix your current issues with fat loss. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com. In today's video, we're getting right into it. I got a great question, and the question was about metabolism. This person basically asked me, hey, how do I know if my metabolism is the problem that's causing me to not be able to lose weight? And the first thing that I thought about was, wow, how do you know? What are the signs that your metabolism is actually a problem? So in 2021, there was a study done on metabolism. And I think most of us have heard over the years that when you hit a certain age, I mean, gosh, 30, it's so old. 40, I mean, you're ancient. 50, you might as well just sit down. But it actually turns out there is zero decline in metabolism until we are in our 60s. And I think most people hear that and they would think, well, that can't be true. I'm really putting on the weight and I'm packing the pounds. And the thing that we don't realize is that the metabolism is not the problem. Our lifestyle is the problem. I used to tell people that I had the greatest metabolism because when I was young, I could eat all the junk food, I could eat all the calories, and I would never gain weight. But when I go back and think about my history when I was young, I literally would wake up, play sports, go to school, and guess what I did at school? I walked around the high school campus all day long. I would go to another practice, go home, eat, go to bed, and do it again. And I was a teenager. I was probably sleeping 10 hours a night, right? So my body was going through this transformation. Do you know when your metabolism is at its highest? When you're an infant. Why? Because the cells in your body are growing. The bone, the muscle, the brain is all growing. When you're done growing, your metabolism basically starts to level off a little bit. So if you're not getting taller, well, we know the metabolism does actually slow down a little bit, but the difference in metabolism from the time that we stop growing taller to our 60s is the same. It's not your metabolism that's the problem. And I want to highlight Dan right here, who is not young. Dan Devine was the winner of our Transformation Challenge, the New Year, New You. And Dan lost an incredible amount of weight. And when I interviewed Dan and I asked him what he changed, he did one thing that I have been preaching for a while. He walked. He walked more. In fact, he got so obsessed with walking that his before and after has been the point of contention for people saying that he must have been on steroids, even though he was, I believe, 5'10", 164 pounds. Clearly not on steroids. But my man Dan was very diligent about getting his steps. Now, before you ask, how many steps do you need to lose body fat? Steps and movement actually increase your metabolism. So the metabolism is a bit misunderstood. A lot of people think of it as this thing that kind of controls us. No, we control it. How much you move throughout the day is going to determine how much energy you burn. The type of food that you eat is going to determine how much energy you burn. If you move less and eat extra calories, you are going to eat more than your body needs, and thus you are going to store body fat. You do this for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, a decade or more. And what you start to do is you start to put on body fat that feels like it won't come off. But it's not because your metabolism is the problem. It's because your lifestyle is the problem. We, as a people, move less than we ever have. Things are so convenient, right? I can literally go inside, press a button, and have dinner here. I don't gotta leave the house. Why would I leave the house? Well, I promise you, if you get up and walk around and cook in the kitchen, you're burning a few extra calories. I know that sounds ridiculous, but we also typically, especially in cities that are, suburban, we're driving to work. We're sitting at a desk all day. We're driving home. We're Uber eating our food. We are moving less than ever. This is why a couple of years ago, I decided to buy a treadmill for my house, and I walk every single day. And this is me at 49 years old, lifetime natural. I also understand how to handle my training because muscle is metabolism fire, okay? Remember what I told you before about when we were young and our metabolism was on fire because our body was actually growing? Think of that when you think of resistance training. You are breaking down muscle tissue that needs to come back stronger. This is gonna create a metabolic furnace that not only creates some calorie expenditure in the short term, but carrying muscle around is metabolically difficult. You have to keep up with the demands of it. So what do you end up doing? You end up eating more food. So what I've been able to do at 49 years old is put on enough muscle that I can eat pretty freely and walk around like this with very minimal effort, walking and being attentive to my diet. Now, We at ProPhysique put on a challenge every year. You saw Dan, who was one of our winners. We have our next one coming up. Guys, 100 meal plans, training plans, a private support group. My support, personally, I get in there and do videos and answer questions. Come join us for the ProPhysique Transformation Challenge. It's coming up here in June. I'll put a link to it below, but don't blame the metabolism. My favorite line lately has been that body fat is not stubborn. People are stubborn, okay? We get set in our ways. If you want to have a better metabolism, do more walking, do some resistance training, get some good sleep, and set up your diet properly. And if you don't know how to set up your diet properly, I've got something for that too. For free, my free macro calculator. If you go to prophysique.com/calculator, plug in some information, it's gonna tell you what to eat. You download a free app, you just start tracking what you're eating. Just put a little bit of effort into it. Don't put any pressure on yourself and start paying attention. And I promise you, if you start changing your habits that have put you in a position where you're unhappy, your metabolism is magically gonna get better. It's actually not gonna get better. The metabolism is us. It's responsive to us, okay? If you treat your body like crap, your metabolism is going to slow down. And if you continue to eat poorly, you're gonna put on body fat. It's as simple as that. So make it a lifestyle change. And if you need a timeline, this is where I find, people like Dan and myself have had the most success, is because we have a set timeline. We have a set meal, nutrition, and guideline along the way, just like what this transformation challenge is going to offer. So check it out, guys. It's only $50 to sign up. And the purpose of this was not to turn this into a sales call, but for me as a coach, I'm looking for opportunities to help you guys. And if you want to just take this and do it on your own, that's great. If you want to be a part of an awesome community, listen, the coaches at ProPhysique, myself, we'd love to get in and help. This is what I do. This is my passion. Come join me. Let's go. Your metabolism is just fine. Talk to you tomorrow.